I'm a member of a Red Sox nation. It's a kind of a family. Wherever I roam, a Fenway home, that's where I long to be. I'm a member of a Red Sox nation. It's a kind of insanity. Yeah, I live and die with Red Sox pride for eternity. I fake a smile November until opening day. Suffering baseball withdrawal around the clock. When April comes, hey, meet me down on Yawkey Way. That's when Red Sox Nation starts to rock. I'm a member of a Red Sox nation. It's a kind of a family. Wherever I roam, a Fenway home, that's where I long to be. I'm a member of a Red Sox nation. It's a kind of insanity. Yeah, I live and die with Red Sox pride for eternity. I sleepwalk through the days when there's a West Coast swing. Married to the TV and the radio. For tickets in October, I'd give anything. Still paying Red Sox debts from long ago.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 47 of the Avid Boston Podcast, presented by AVIDBOSTON.com. If you are unfamiliar with me, I am Terry Cushman. You can find me on Twitter at CushmanMLB. My co-host, David Kwiatkowski, is off tonight. I will be joined momentarily by Austin and Tyler, both veterans by now of this show. Red Sox wrapped up a 4-game set against the Baltimore Orioles, taking 3 out of 4. I think we can all be happy with that. Pomeranz didn't quite pull his weight in Game 2. Only lasted 4 innings, gave up 5 hits, 4 earned runs. Manny Machado and Adam Jones, both having 2 RBIs apiece, did most of the damage. They took that game 6-3. Going back one game to Game 1, David Price pitched a complete game, near shutout, did give up a 2-run bomb to Manny Machado, and but overall 5 hits, 8 strikeouts. JD Martinez hit a 2-run bomb, and then Xander Bogaerts hit a 3-run moonshot over the monster. Game 3, Rick Porcello seemed to snap out of his funk. He pitched 6 strong innings, gave up just 3 earned runs. 2 of them were really late. He was pitching a very good game. 6 hits, 9 strikeouts. Devers with a solo bomb, and Mookie and Benintendi also went deep. Score was 6-3. And then today, Eduardo Rodriguez continues his, I don't know if I want to say dominance against the Baltimore Orioles. He did give up 9 hits, which apparently were all singles. Admittedly, I did not see the game. I heard some of it on the radio. But no earned runs, 7 strikeouts. JD Martinez, 2 home runs. Andrew Benintendi, who has heated up quite a bit as of late, also went deep again. So he had multiple home runs this series. 5-0 was the final. So as I was alluding to in the intro, joining me tonight for, I don't know how many times it's been, probably about a dozen now. You can find him on Twitter at Cap Hartsfield. He is one half of the Double Coverage podcast. Austin Hartsfield, how are you?
It's been a bunch.
It's been a bunch, I know. Who keeps track of that shit anyway? Half the time I do my intro and I'm like not even confident that I'm like I know for a fact tonight's episode 47, but there'll be some nights where I'm like, I think that's the number. And, yeah, so, you know, who keeps track of that stuff anyway?
Right.
Exactly. Also joining us for probably the bajillionth time as well, one of our regular contributors. You can find him on Twitter at YouBetsBelieve. Tyler from the Winged Octopus podcast. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, Terry?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I was actually out of state. I left, got in my Jeep and basically drove to Hartford, Connecticut from Central Maine this morning. And
pretty close to me, honestly.
And then back. Oh, is it? Oh, one of these times. I go there a few times a year. I'm a nationally ranked cribbage player. That's like my nerdy thing. And so a couple of times a month I'll be somewhere in New England for a tournament. And I got the shit kicked out of me today, I will say. Yeah, like if there was a AAA for cribbage, I would probably be on the bus down to, Pawtucket or whatever. That's how poorly I performed. I did win the last tournament, though, in Ware, Massachusetts, so that's kind of, yeah. Anyway, enough about that.
Pretty close, too, actually.
Oh, is it? Yeah. So you're in that central
Yeah, that's even
part.
closer.
Yeah. Yeah. Another one of my writers, Chris Strosine, is from Brookfield, which I guess is in the neighborhood.
That's very close to me.
Yeah. So I'm getting hotter as we go. Yeah. So that's cool. But anyway, glad you guys could join me, and I'm glad you guys gave me the flexibility because I honestly had no idea what time I'd be home. I totally forgot to welcome the audience. For everybody staying up late tonight on Periscope, the episode will be uploaded to SoundCloud within probably 30 minutes of the conclusion of this broadcast, and it will be up on iTunes by your AM commute. So look for it all on there. So sorry about that. I should probably acknowledge the people who are actually going to listen. Okay, guys. So 3 out of 4. We still aren't leading the division, but I guess we'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we asked for.
Yeah. No.
I mean, that's exactly what we asked for. So I mean, I can't really complain, to be honest with you.
Right. Absolutely.
We even got like a Jackie Bradley cameo in the last game. It was weird. He had a hit. I didn't know what to do.
I took a picture of it and put it on Twitter, and I was like, if anybody forgot what Jackie Bradley on first base looks like, here it is, And yeah, he did, and I think he might have even drawn a walk somewhere. I think that was last night when that pitcher threw like 11 out of 12 pitches for balls, and he was lucky enough to be, 4 pitches in there. I think it was just a straight 4-pitch walk. It's kind of hard to believe somebody would be afraid of Jackie Bradley at this point.
Yeah.
And you know what I was also thinking to myself? I'm like, the count's 3-0, and I'm like, Jackie Bradley will probably get a take sign for the rest of his career on a 3-0 count. Like, there's no way they're like, yeah, go ahead, Jackie.
You got the green light, bud.
Bombs away, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I was thinking that as it happened, but that pitcher was seriously having some control issues. I don't even remember his name, but he came out of the bullpen.
Is that Miguel Castro? Is that who that was?
I think it was the guy after Castro, wasn't it?
If you said the name, I would know it, but I don't think it was Castro either. Yeah, but he was.
It was Arajo. No, it was Mike Wright, and that guy sucked. Yeah, he had 3 walks.
Okay,
or was that today? No,
not
that was
good.
today. That was today. That was today. Yeah, that was today.
Oh no, I was talking about yesterday. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Was that Scott? Yeah, it's Scott.
Yes, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And he kind of settled down after that, but he definitely scuffled. He looked like a Red Sox reliever there for a few at bats anyway. But all kidding aside, the bullpen was actually pretty good. We'll get to that shortly, though. Let's just go to Game 1. David Price Did anybody see a complete game?
No.
No.
I was like, please go 6.
No, yeah. And he did, and had good command. I think he might have even hit 95 on the gun. And
I saw him hit 95 at least twice, and I was like, wow, he's out here throwing bullets.
Yeah, exactly, for him. And if he can just not be a head case and have some confidence in his arm, I mean, who knows? He could be throwing 96, 97, by mid-June maybe. I think he was hitting 98 last October, so.
Whew.
Yeah, remember those days. And anyway, I'm a hater. Austin, I know you're not really a hater, which is fine. That's fine. Tyler, where are you on the love to hate scale on Price?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't like the guy, and he's probably overpaid, and we should have kept John Lester, and yada yada. I mean, but
probably
there's not really
a 5.
much we can. I mean, there's not really much we can do about it, right? So, I mean, I want the guy to pitch well, because obviously I'm a Red Sox fan, and I want the team to do well. So, I mean, that kind of makes me want him to pitch well. But I don't like the guy per se. I used to like the guy actually, but I mean, he's done way too much for me to like him per se.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I was asking was because I celebrated Manny Machado's home run. I didn't want us to lose, but I didn't want David Price thumping his chest and complete game shutout, and I was like, good, let Manny give him, a little bit of humble pie and, keep him down to earth. Because David Price isn't, he doesn't, he's not a humble guy, so to speak. He's always, he comes across as, very self-righteous, doesn't like to take accountability. He's smarter than everyone else, blah, blah, blah. And, so I didn't mind the little blemish there on the box score, but as Tyler was saying, though, we need him to win, and he did that, and it's his second pretty good outing in a row. Since,
he just makes this team that much better.
Right.
Is the thing.
Right. Yeah, and
absolutely.
He certainly does, and especially when he's locating, and he had 8 strikeouts. I mean, that was basically a vintage performance, minus the a couple miles per hour slower on the velocity. But like I said, I think he'll get there if he will have some confidence in that.
At this point, I would appreciate not pitching to Manny Machado ever again.
Automatic walk. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Marcus Semien last series, and now it's Manny Machado. Just don't pitch to him.
Right, and it's going to be Denard Span coming up.
Yeah,
he's
just waiting
every time.
Yeah, he just took over where Longo left off. But yeah, so anyway, that was pretty good for Price. A lot of stability. If he can keep pitching that way. Another guy who kind of seemed to get out of his funk, as I was mentioning in the recap, Rick Porcello. Now I know this is the lowly Orioles, but still, I mean that's a lineup that can mash on a given night, and 6 strong innings, only 3 earned runs, 9 strikeouts. So he was locating, and 2 of those earned runs happened late. So I mean he was pitching a borderline gem there for a little bit,
and he looked good. That's the most important part. He looked like he was hitting his spots, and the miles per hour was there. I was really encouraged by that.
Right. And
can I just chime in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I thought Porcello was good, and especially, I mean, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, you could pitch in the rain." I mean, it's a lot easier said than done, and I thought he did a really good job in the rain. I mean, dealing through the elements and everything like that. So.
Yeah, and especially, for a guy who, throws a sinker ball, it's
right.
That's a kind of a weather sensitive ball, almost like a knuckleball in a way.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, so that was good to see, and that was definitely the worst night to pitch in the whole series. And